Welcome to Section 5.2, Part 2. This is the 39th session of the CISSP exam prep series. This part follows sensitive data all the way to storage, destruction, and retention. In this session, we'll follow data toward the end of its life. We'll answer several questions. How do you store sensitive data safely? Why does erasing a file not really delete it? What is data remanence? And how do you kill it? What are the common ways to destroy data? What is cryptographic erasure? And how long should you keep your data? Why does this matter beyond the exam? Because the riskiest moment for data is often when you think you are done with it. A drive you toss in the bin can hand your secrets straight to a stranger. Picture an accounting firm recycling old laptops without wiping them properly. Every client tax record could walk out the door. Knowing how to store and destroy data safely is what closes that gap. So how do you store sensitive data safely? You wrap it in layers that survive both theft and disaster. Encryption comes first, so a stolen drive reveals nothing usable. For physical media, add real physical security, like a locked safe inside a secure room. Climate controls matter too, since heat and humidity quietly ruin tapes and disks. And remember that the data is worth far more than the media, so buy quality, even encrypted drives with a fingerprint lock. Why does erasing a file not truly delete it? Because a normal delete just removes the signpost, not the data. The system drops the directory entry, but the actual bits sit untouched on the drive. They linger until something new happens to overwrite that exact spot, which can take months. Until then, a simple undelete tool can bring the file right back. Think of tearing a page from a book's index while leaving the page itself intact. What is data remanence, and how do you eliminate it? It is the ghost of data that survives after supposed erasure. On a spinning drive, faint magnetic traces and leftover slack space can still hold secrets. Slack space is the unused tail of a storage cluster, and it may pull old fragments from memory. Even careful overwriting can leave whispers that forensic tools can recover. For magnetic media, a degausser scrambles the magnetic field and wipes it clean, but a degausser does nothing for a solid-state drive, so those often need physical destruction. What are the common ways to destroy data? They form a ladder from weak to absolute. Erasing is the weakest, since it only removes the pointer. Clearing overwrites every location so ordinary tools cannot recover it. Purging repeats that process many times for a stronger guarantee, though the most sensitive data can still resist it. Degaussing wipes magnetic tapes and drives, but it leaves optical disks and flash storage untouched. Destruction is the final word. Shredding, incinerating, or pulverizing the media so nothing can be pulled back. What is cryptographic erasure, and where does it shine? It is destroying the keys instead of the data itself. If information is encrypted, deleting the encryption keys leaves it locked forever and unreadable. The name is a little misleading, because the scrambled data physically remains. That means you should still overwrite it, since weak encryption or a stray backup key could reopen it. This method truly shines in the cloud, where destroying the keys may be your only real path to deletion. How long should you actually keep your data? Long enough to be useful and no longer. Some laws set fixed retention periods, and you must find and follow every one that applies. Even without a legal mandate, you still need a clear policy, or people will guess. Keep audit logs long enough to reconstruct a past incident, but not forever, since storage and risk both add up. Overkeeping data is a liability, and a warehouse of ancient backup tapes can turn a lawsuit into a nightmare. What does end of life mean for your hardware? It marks the vendor's stages of stepping away from a product. End of life is when they stop selling it, though they usually keep supporting it for a while. End of support is when even that help stops, leaving you exposed to unpatched flaws. Most hardware follows a refresh cycle timed around these two milestones. Sometimes you keep an old machine alive just to read data trapped on outdated media. So let's bring it together. Store sensitive data with encryption, physical security, and good climate control. Remember that deleting a file leaves the data behind, and remanence can haunt a drive. Destruction climbs a ladder from erasing up to physical shredding, and cryptographic erasure kills the keys. Keep data only as long as it is needed and the law requires, then let it go. And track end of life and end of support so your hardware never becomes a liability. The MCQs covering all the topics and concepts from this session are available on rucloud.com. Practice the chapter-specific MCQs before moving on to the next session. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, post a comment below or email us. I will see you in the next session.